Hello Pisces, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your reading for the next 7 to 10 days. It's for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. And I'm going to start with the dice. So we have the third dice, Pisces, the communication, media, information, short journeys, quite possibly. I had already decided to read for Pisces, and I've got Pisces come through on the dice. I always double check that to see if it's Pisces or Cancer. It is Pisces. And you've got Pluto here. So big changes, quite possibly, big transformations. With Pisces coming through, can speak that maybe you or whoever you're dealing with is very sensitive just now. It's a very compassionate, adaptable sign. But it can also be a bit dreamy, a bit wishy-washy. Heavily burdened. I mean, you think of the Hangman card, self-sacrificial. It can speak of illness and disease. It represents the feet in particular. With Pluto here, how in terms of how it transforms via Pisces, it is via self-sacrificing. There may be something you're choosing to give up here. It may feel, or sometimes it can represent a period in time representing religious wars. Intolerance generally. So those are the kind of themes that you're looking at for the next 7 to 10 days. Pluto's not a planet you take lightly, that's for sure. And your energy now obviously is general, so it can be interchangeable. We have got the stone, we've got Kairos. Kairos just speaks to me that it's time, but it can mean that it's a time where decisions that come a wee bit easier to you. You feel maybe a little bit less confused, because the stone is a very immobile energy. It can speak of being really solid and steady, anchored, loyal, but it usually comes through in my readings as a certain amount of coldness. It almost feels like if there has been some sort of decision made here, and I think it's probably relating to maybe something in the past. I'm getting a heavily protective energy here. It's one that you're pretty fixed on, and yet you have the shapeshifter. So I don't know, Pluto might be changing things up here. Now this may be saying that you're dealing with a shapeshifter. You're dealing with a kind of fluid, elusive situation, but it can mean that it's maybe asking you that it's kind of time to either look at something that's maybe deceptive, or where you have some sort of illusion around it. Looking at where you are, what you're committed to, what you're not committed to, but I don't know, they just feel so very different, you know, and it's almost like it's some sort of time here to maybe change something. So where you were maybe like very rigid before, not prepared to, you know, give an inch, this may be saying that you're entering a period where, in terms of what you're dealing with, you may be becoming a wee bit more flexible in some way. But as I say, the bear here is coming through as the strongest energy in this reading, and in terms of what it's looking at past energy. That might be very recent past, it might be, you know, way back. I'm feeling someone is very protective of their own like hopes and aspirations here, maybe even their own wealth. The external energy can be a person. The judge usually is a person, but doesn't need to be. It can be someone who has that type of role. It does speak of, it can be something that's quite critical, but it's usually good judgment. It's usually someone who's making very good decisions. And yet I have the healer in reverse, which can be, you know, that something needs healed that's not been addressed, something's been ignored in terms of someone's health, or the, you know, the healing of a connection. And I can speak of being tired. And then you've got the empty room, and that is literally like lack, coldness, nothing. So I don't know specifically what you're dealing with here. I mean, it almost feels like kind of sat in a doctor's waiting room here. I'm going to clarify that. Tell me more about the judge. There is a real coldness here. This can speak of jealousy, obviously. This is someone who is looking out, because I am getting, this is very, very dark, you know. And then we've got this real warmth energy, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus. It's all warm, and it's almost like the warmth is in some way deficient, you know, because the empty room is an incredibly cold energy. So this is a feeling of being all tied up. So see, this could be interchangeable, Pisces. This has been stuck to something that's a little bit unhealthy, not feeling that you really have got a lot of options, thinking that if you do make any moves, it's not going to come without pain. But the envy is looking out with yourself and, you know, coming from a place of lack, not feeling that you've got enough, being envious of what other people have. As I say, that could be you, could be them. So the central energy, and this is why I'm getting this protectiveness coming in, is the stars in Lenormand. This is about so many things, but it's about direction. It's feeling guided. It's feeling really clear in terms of what your hopes, wishes, aspirations are. Almost feels like it can be very spiritual as well. It just feels like you're on the right path, you know. And with the bear here, it almost feels like you're protecting you know, your hopes, wishes and aspirations here. Now, the bear can sometimes represent the mother. I do have the feminine energy that I'm likely reading for, but it could be a significant female in your life, in which case it would be the mother or a grandmother. Now, it can also be a female boss. I do normally see the bear as feminine, but it's anyone in a leadership position. It's a very big energy. It's very much in charge. It can be, interestingly, one of the meanings of the bear is envy. So I don't know specifically what you or someone else is envious of, but it may be that someone is having some sort of wish, hope or dream fulfilled here. But I'm feeling strongly that this is someone who has got a hope, a wish. They're really clear on that, and they're protecting it from the past. Now, there's been some communication in the past here with the letter, probably involving a colleague or a friend. Now, seeing the dog and the bear together, the bear is the manager, the bear is the boss, the CEO, the big daddy, and then the dog is, you know, the subordinate. The dog is the employee, especially with the fox card here. So it looks like there's some sort of work situation in the past here, and this may be that someone had, I mean, I'm not saying the promotion card, but this is in some way someone has possibly excelled, because the bear card can speak about prosperity and wealth, you know, and someone's maybe had that wish fulfilled in some way, and that's where maybe the envy is coming from. But this communication or correspondence in the past here with the fox is saying that this is someone who's selfish, self-interested, can be a thieving energy. Do also have the mice. So I'm feeling someone is very protective of not just hopes and wishes, but in terms of, you know, what they have achieved at this point. And that may be why we're getting the big eyeball here, and a certain amount of, you know, rigidity in terms of what is maybe a bit of an illusion. Maybe there's some sort of games afoot here, or that's something you've dealt with in the past. So let's see who the dog and the fox can be two different people, but the main energy is the dog. So show me who the dog is. Someone with a plan. And with the fox here, it's a deceptive plan. It's a plan to take something that isn't theirs, take something they haven't worked for. It's a cunning plan that somebody's had. Now, as I say the past, it's literally right here. This could be something that's coming in, because what I'm also seeing is that the stars can represent the internet. This can be in communication on the internet, in writing, obviously. And it may well be that someone is choosing to block that. And if that is the case, Pisces, I'm actually saying that you may even get a visitor. There are maybe messages that have tried to come through that have in some way been lost, mislaid. There's something either gnawing at someone over here in terms of a news announcement or a visitor of some sort. But it can also say that ultimately something is lost. It's like there's an issue in terms of relaying accurate information. But this fox has got a strategy. Or had one. This is someone who's got a, you know, maybe like a business. And this can obviously speak of a business plan. You know, I don't know. because the mice can speak of, you know, something that's stolen. The theft can also come through with the fox here. And where this jealousy may well be coming from is that somebody's maybe taken, like, you know, a business idea and, you know, it's in some way propelled them, but it wasn't their idea. Something like that. This is more of a kind of romantic deck, so it might not be ideal. No. Tell me about this strategy of the dog for Pisces, please. The strategy of the dog. I'm also seeing, like, you know, Pluto in the 3rd house can be destructive communication, can be powerful communication, can be communication about endings. Show me the strategy that the dog has in the Pisces reading. The strategy that the dog has in the Pisces reading. Okay, it is definitely something from the past with the widower being here. The widower is usually someone who is mourning, or, you know, is holding on to something from the past, or holding on to someone from the past here. And that might have been for a significant period of time here with constancy. Now, it may well be with constancy being in reverse here. You know, what was fixed, as I say, is maybe something that somebody is kind of given up on. The strategy. Strategy might even be in some way to kind of wait something out. No, it's to have something new. It can obviously relate to an actual child here. So there's a plan here, and if that is being communicated, I'm just getting the feeling that either the message isn't relayed properly, or you're not having access to this message. I don't know why you wouldn't, you know. I don't know. Let's have a look. Just show me the feminine energy. This is the world in reverse. Now this does also speak about, you know, online communication here. It's like almost like a sort of a growing affection, or there's a communication that wants to come through to you, Pisces. You may be like not on social media. Maybe someone doesn't know how to contact you. It feels like it can be like a lack of expansion. Let's see what the stars is. Oh, that's a broken heart. The bear. Hostilities. So the bear can be very aggressive and can be very envious here. There's an attempt to heal a broken heart here. The healing for this external energy is in reverse. The healing is directly above the feminine energy, you know. So this is somebody who is on the right path in terms of healing pain. And the pain has probably come from something in the past here, where someone has been deceptive. So you may now feel hostile towards this person. This may be someone that you will not allow back into your life. You don't have any communication with them. But I just felt, because we went from the letter to the rider is actually like a visitor, you know, rather than just communication. Because as I said, these messages aren't getting through in some way. The mice is a card of loss and theft. It's worries, it's stress, it's something eating away at you, but it's some sort of depreciation or deterioration. And it can also mean that someone is protecting themselves from hostilities because they're protecting their own, you know, health and well-being. As things are shaping up in some way here, somebody is very clear. And it almost feels that if you let this in, there may be a worry that in some way depletes you. Just as a wee aside, somebody might be going to see the dentist in the very near future. But the mice can also speak of germs, you know, viruses, bacteria, And we do have Pisces here as well, which does relate to illness and disease. So with the healer being in reverse, I do think there's something to do with that. This can speak about weight loss for someone, because the bear is, you know, overweight usually, and the mice is, you know, a substantial reduction. So that may be something that's happened quite quickly. That might be what someone's hoping for. So let's have a look at the mice. Right, that's the 7th chakra. This is also the 7th chakra. Deceit. So yeah, there's something wrong with the messages. There's duplicity here, basically. And this is messages you can be receiving from source, you know. This is your intuition. I don't know how that could be interfered with, you know, but it may well be that you're kind of questioning the messages that you're getting, questioning your dreams. If you speak to your guide, you might be questioning that. Or it may feel that you've got, there's literally like a loss of a connection here, but it's a spiritual connection, you know, because the stars is spirituality. And it may well be that that is deliberate, because someone's protecting themselves from someone who is, you know, conniving and deceiving, manipulative. It's usually someone close to us. Okay, so let's see the rider, because the rider is something new, or it's a news announcement. Let's see what the rider has got to say. Now this may be news of a loss. If I didn't say that, it can speak to horses, bicycles, motorbikes, animals, large animals. So, you know, if those things are in your life, it's almost like, I mean, there might be, a place you're going to, a visitor that you're expecting, and that's bringing up a lot of stress. Yeah. The rider, please, for Pisces. I'm way over there. It's bringing up a lot of stress. And then this may feel like it's not manageable in some way, but it almost feels like somebody is struggling to, you know, self-regulate. Yeah, keep themselves on an even keel here, because it's bringing up a lot of anxiety. And it may specifically be about blossoming abundance. This is new opportunities, usually financial, you know, job offers and whatnot. And interestingly, the mice can speak of debts. We're getting some sort of answer or resolution at the base of the deck here, involving a meeting. There's information that you don't have access to. I keep feeling that. It's information that's not getting through. It's been deliberately manipulated in some way. You have someone who's, you know, hacked into your account, and people are sending you messages, but you're not getting them. Blossoming abundance for Pisces. Let's tell us more about blossoming abundance for Pisces. As I say, this is what the bear can speak of. Wedding rings, anxiety, palm trees in reverse. And somebody doesn't feel stable here. Pisces. I mean, there's ultimately something new on the love front. There's passion, there's Cupid's arrow, there's kisses, there's wedding rings, there's all of that good stuff, you know. I feel if it is in connection with something from the past, which has been deceptive, someone can't trust that, really. Shows the mice. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship and love bombing. Someone literally cannot trust this. There is some sort of arrival here. There is Pisces in the future here, in some way getting what you need. but there may be some closure required with whatever this is. Goddess of the moon and the man holding a coin. So it can be an earth sign, but this is speaking to, oh crikey, there's most definitely something to do with finances here. And it may be that somebody has a lot of money, or you've had your wishes fulfilled in that, you know, respect. And there's a feeling of, you know, protecting that, because maybe you've been ripped off in the past by a narcissist. And there's something, you know, new here. And it's just that fear coming up that it might happen again. Someone is very intuitive here, but I do also feel that that intuition is kind of, is not really being trusted either. Because you may even feel guided back to someone who's, you know, done you wrong. The man holding a coin is someone who can be a financial advisor. He's someone who's protective of your best interests. He's someone who's, you know, pretty much doing well in life. The man holding the coin. I mean, the goddess of the moon is my Pisces card, so I mean, that literally could be you. He's got the ship. So he's making progress, or he's on his travels here. Third house, third house. Goodness, yeah, with a ring. This is somebody who wants, you know, a partnership, a commitment, to get engaged. It's a difficult decision here. So, I almost want to say kind of like be prepared. I mean, I don't know who you're dealing with, Pisces. But there may be more than one person. And there's something gone very wrong in the past here and you don't trust us. Show me the man holding a coin for Pisces. Show me the man holding a coin for Pisces. Do we not just have that? I had in the general weekly reading the King of Swords in the upright and the Ten of Wands in reverse. It's come through the other way. So there might be a reunion here. It's maybe it is someone probably from your past, someone that you're not giving access to. Maybe you're, you know, stone cold over here. Maybe you don't want to rebirth something, but I really feel it's more to do with the fact you don't trust it. You may have waited for this person with constancy being here, but now it's in reverse, now you're not. King of Swords in reverse can be someone who is cruel, non-communicative, manipulative, narcissistic. And this is someone who's carrying some weight. They may feel guilty. Ten of coins in reverse, 2 tens. So this is someone who can be having business issues, family issues, debts again. Tell me about this man, King of Swords. I have to say, I don't know if they're different. That's gone. This is air and this is earth. But I did ask about the man holding a coin. I get the King of Swords. There could be 2 here, but what is the 10 of Wands for this King of Swords? The 10 of Wands. Oh my God. Oh, though, that's the envy. Dear God in heaven. 7 of Swords reversed. This is someone who can be getting caught out in a lie, who has a confession to make, who has stolen something from you. And if you have a new relationship, or you have a new relationship coming in, or you're getting married or engaged to someone who's, you know, obsessed about that. I like to think it's not this one, but it is. Yeah, it's not. I mean, sometimes the rider can be a new man, you know. Yeah, I mean, honestly, crikey. Not going to get the full picture here. This is someone who may have some serious addictions to money, spending, unhealthy habits, health, self-care. Tell me about this rider for Pisces. Right, this is the clarity which we have right above your head here. And honestly, Pisces, is coming from your intuition. So I have to say that you're not to doubt it, because the Seven of Cups is seeing things clearer. And the High Priestess, now she can be secretive, can sometimes be the other woman, but this is having knowledge that you're choosing not to share. Keeping secrets about, you know, possibly, you know, love, marriage, engagement. Maybe because you've got, you know, someone back here. You're getting something new. This is something new. And I think this new relationship, new money, new job, new opportunities, new lover, is something you're keeping to yourself, basically. And you might have very good reason for that. So let's give you some advice, Pisces. Pisces. Advice for Pisces for the next 7 to 10 days until this reading. Advice for Pisces. Oh my gosh, you've got 2 shapeshifters out. Be the Light is asking you to surround yourself with positive energy, positive people, positive experiences. There's lower vibrational energy around you. There's a lot of delusions here, you know. You can be dealing with somebody here, or even a group of people or an environment where they are very deceptive. They play a lot of games. You do not know who you're getting. They may come into your life. They may drift out of your life. They'll leave you in a state of, you know, confusion. Travel in a new direction. There is something new coming in here, Pisces, and I think you're going to keep it under your hat. That is your reading. Please like, subscribe, and reach out for a personal if that would be helpful. Have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.